Ah, is this sweet? I can't tell.
We are here with a review of the new album from Sabaton, The Last Stand. This is their 8th album, Nuclear Blast Records. Follow up to Heroes from 2014, which was a fine album.
Pretty good fucking album.
Pretty good album. If you don't know Sabaton, they're kind of basically a power metal band. They sing a lot about history and military and battles and all kinds of stuff. That's their thing. That's what they like to sing about.
Their shtick.
Yeah. This album is kind of about famous last stands in history, in like wars and all that stuff. Hence the title. But every song is about something different. It's pretty neat. But yeah. What you thinking?
I can't help but be disappointed by this album, and it's mostly because, and it's weird how you can say this statement and have it mean differently depending on what band you're talking about, because it's basically business as usual for Sabaton is what this album is, and it's them doing a lot of the stuff that they've always done, and what that makes is an album that's not very exciting, in my opinion. In the sense that whenever I listen to this album, I'm either like, I either don't really like connect with what I'm hearing, or I'm like, wow, that reminds me of another Sabaton song. It reminds me of in all honesty, a better Sabaton song, and so. But it's not that this album's bad, like, because I mean, yeah, the songs are genuinely good. It's just that I don't. Again, I just sit there and I'm just like, there's nothing new. What's gonna rope me in? Like, it's weird because like there's good songs. Like Last Dying Breath's pretty cool. I like the main riff. It sounds like something straight out of the '80s, like from like an '80s like hair metal band or something. Rourke's Drift's a good song, and then Shirayama is another cool one. But in a song that I want to say is a good song is Winged Hussars, but the keyboard part to that song is the exact same as the chorus to The Lost Battalion, and so that just kind of drags it down, which, you know, in some situations like that I'd be willing to overlook something like that if it was like separate albums or like a couple albums in between. It's like, yeah, you know, sure, whatever. Sometimes you just, you know, that happens. You just forget, like, oh yeah, we used this before. But it's like literally like 6 songs away from each other, or like not. It's on the same album, and this is kind of like my whole issue. Like, nothing sounds bad vocally. What's his name?
Joachim.
Joachim.
I'm always bad at pronouncing names.
You know, he sounds good. It's if I had one complaint with that, is that even though they do this, and I'm usually okay with it. Like, they do it sometimes, like they did it sometimes on Heroes, and they did it with like the song comes to mind is like To Hell and Back, where it's kind of like music kind of takes the music's still playing, music kind of takes a step back, but then they take the time to like, here we're gonna tell the story of what happened, and that's cool and all, but I feel like they do it so much on this album that it kind of takes me out of it. Whereas I look at songs like probably my favorite song from Heroes, which is Night Witches, where like, yeah, that song's about, you know, the certain air division from the Soviet Union, but like it doesn't say like, oh yeah, this is what these guys do. It's kind of like this whole, you know, it uses like, you know, allegory and things like that, and it's not like super fucking direct, where I feel like that happens a lot. And like, and I like the theme of the album. The theme of the album's cool, because like, and that, you know, it's all these like big epic heroic things, and that kind of comes through. I mean, the album opens with the intro for the song Sparta, and like the intro is really cool, and it's like epic, and then it kind of loses me again because it does the thing that I was talking about where they just kind of like, here, we're gonna explain the history of what happened like verbatim, and I'm just like, and it's kind of takes me out of it. But like, it's just again the fact that there's not much new. The riffs sound similar to older riffs. Other than like this, it's nothing other than that. Like that's my whole problem. Is nothing really stands out in this whole album. And that's the thing. Like after, like with the heroes, and even like after we when we found out about these guys. Like I was like, oh yeah, Sabaton. Sabaton was like one of my most listened to bands for like probably from all of 2014. Probably my most listened to band that whole year. Even it might not have been my top album, probably my most listened to band just because listening to everything. But like, I just feel like they need to evolve a little bit more. Like, it's just like, yeah, you can get away with that sometimes, but you got to have that hook. And that's what this album severely lacks, is that hook. It's like I said, I can kind of tell you that one song, Winged Hussars, is because that pointed out to me that the two parts are the same. I can tell you about the cover that they do of Judas Priest, All Guns Blazing, but that's just because that's a bonus track and I already kind of know of that song. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I find this album to be lacking, and I just find myself to be disappointed. Still a good album. In all honesty, nothing wrong with it. Like, if this is your first Sabaton album you're picking up, you'll probably enjoy this, maybe. If this is your kind of stuff, like, if you haven't, like, listened to a lot of their stuff, you'll probably enjoy this, but from knowing a lot of their back catalog, I'm just like, I just can't help but want more. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's... To me, the problem with this album is that it just lacks excitement. In that, there's just not really those standout songs that feel better than the rest. They all kind of feel on the same level. And there's not really a lot of moments on there that make those songs really stand out to me. Not, at least just nothing like Heroes or Carlos Rex or The Art of War, whatever. Those albums have fucking really distinct and solid songs that have a lot of awesome moments, whether it's the riff, the guitar lead, the chorus, whatever. They're all really good. Where I just feel a lot of these they just lack that spark, and the whole album does to me. Listening through it, it's a little bit of a slog to get through, to me anyways. There's some okay songs, but still I would not put them on a best of Sabaton or whatever. Rourke's Drift is fine, but I swear they wrote that chorus before. And Shirayama's a cool song as well. Last Dying Breath is another one that kind of is cool to me, but Sparta's just kind of, it's okay. The song that gets me every time is The Lost Battalion, and I don't know why they put that out as the first single, because it is maybe to be the weakest song on the album. Like, it's just fucking boring to listen to. They put that song out and I'm like, it's okay. Hopefully there's better, but there is, but it's not that much better to me. That song just is just weird. And another song that stands out to me that I feel should have been better, but just bores me is, let me make sure I get it right, Blood of Bannockburn. It's just like, this song I know it's upbeat, it's energetic, but it just doesn't feel right to me. I feel like it should have been way cooler, and then they add like the Scottish type stuff in there, and you're like, yeah, this is cool, but it just doesn't really come together to me. And I just feel this band's kind of like AC/DC or Slayer, in that they probably won't evolve they probably won't change it up too much. They kind of are who they are, and they're going to have a lot of similar sounding riffs, similar sounding vocal patterns, and that can be fine at times, but after 8 albums, you kind of just want to do something a little bit different. I will say there are some fine solos and guitar leads on here. Some of them stand out that are just really, really well done, and they've always been well done on all of Sabaton's albums. The guitar solos and leads are always really good, and they continue that on here. I noticed what you were kind of saying about, like, they're telling the story, and I think they've always done that in all their songs, but it's never been in your face
as much.
Almost like someone's opening up a history book and reading right from it. That's just kind of how some of these songs come off to me, because Sabaton's lyrics are always fucking really cool, and if you're into history, I mean, I think you can appreciate a lot of the stuff that they write, because a lot of it is really neat. But I don't like, being read as a fucking book. I can do that myself. I don't know. There's probably going to be a lot of people out there that disagree with us, and that's completely cool. But this album is just kind of disappointing to me. It's just kind of boring to listen to. When I'm going to be on a Sabaton kick and want to listen to Sabaton, I guarantee you I will never put this album on. I will always put on other albums that are just way better. Heroes or The Art of War, whatever.
Corollas Rex,
Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard by any stretch of that imagination. But, I don't know. It's whatever. Let us know what you think of it, though.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool. And if you disagree, tell us in a comment. Or you can just tell us we're fucking idiots, which you probably will anyways. It's YouTube. You can do that.
You can do that. It's the internet. Anonymity is a great thing.
Yeah. Tell us, go kill ourselves or go fuck our moms.
Yeah. Yeah. If I had to score this 6 out of 10.
That's what I was going to say.
Solid okay.
Yeah.
So.
It's okay. You're okay. Thanks for getting us past 1,700 subscribers. It's pretty cool. Let's keep going. Because next after 1,700 is 1,701.
Damn it.
We can celebrate that one, and then 02, 3, 4.
Just every time, just update every single video. Yeah, we got 3 more subscribers since the last time we checked and made a video. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, bye.
Bye.